Hello! I'm not sure that everybody's gotten on yet, but hello, welcome. My name is Amy Prokopis, if you do not know, and I am an author. I've written mostly young adult books, like the young adult science fiction novel, The Arena, and the young adult fantasy romance trilogy, Guardians of the Sixth Gate. Whoops, I just dropped my pen. Anyway, today we are doing a pop-up live stream. Welcome, everybody. Finn is with my parents for the day. Alex is at work, so it's just June and I wrapped up everything from the morning that I needed to. I had to finalize tomorrow's YouTube video. If you're new around here, I try to post kind of a fun authory video on Wednesdays. It's not a vlog style. It's usually a specific subject. Tomorrow's is all about how I manage my anxiety and ADHD and what that looks like in my day-to-day routine. That was really fun to film. I finalized that this morning. So that's coming tomorrow. On Sundays, we go live at 8:20 Central Standard Time, and I also post the vlog from the week. But today, we are doing a surprise pop-up live stream. So welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. If you could, Rita is here. Hello, happy summer. Hello, Rita. Speaking of summer, holy moly. I live in the Midwest. I'm here in Oklahoma. Excuse you, June. But we are actually under a heat advisory today, and holy crap, I can see why. Our summers are, we don't get like Nevada temperatures. We're not in the desert, but I can kind of deal with the dry heat in the desert. Here in Oklahoma, we get like a combination of humidity and intense heat from, I think we're like somewhere our UV index, I think we're just like strangely hot. I don't know, but it just zaps your energy, right? So we're under a heat advisory today. So I've been trying to stay inside, nice and cool. Man, June and I have only been outside maybe like a couple minutes at a time because it is that warm today. So holy moly. So welcome, everybody. I am continuing to work on Angel's book. Angel is a character from Shade of the Shadowlands, which is book 2 in my trilogy. He is getting his own series. It will be a romance. I got into like the fun stuff last night. Let me grab my notes over here because I wrote it down. I am 16,683 words in to that draft. His book, I'm not planning on releasing until spring 2024. So I've got a while to write it, but my schedule frees up a ton in the summer months. And so I'm trying to do as much writing as I can now because it's the writing that's the hard part for me to work into my schedule. So I am trying my best. And you guys can join me today as we do a pop-up live stream. Rita says it has been cool and rainy here for a few days. It's 60. Woo, nice. Holy moly. 68's not bad. 70 is like a sweet spot for me. Not too cold, not too hot. So I really like that. Let me come over here and grab this real quick. I'm going to drop this in the comments. I have a kind of a special deal going on BookFunnel right now. So I'll drop the link for that in the comment section. I'll put it in the description of the YouTube video also later. This is for a limited time. I am giving away the first book in my trilogy, Guardians of the Sixth Gate. I'm giving it away for free when you go through BookFunnel. So all you have to do is subscribe to my newsletter on BookFunnel, and it'll automatically send you the very first book in that series. It is the whole book. You can get it for free right now. So you can check that out there. I put that in the comments, the BookFunnel link. Super cool stuff. Again, that's like a short-term thing. So that link will not be available forever. So go check that out while it's available. I think that's the newest thing since I talked with everybody on Sunday. Again, I'm going to work on Angel's book. I think I have finalized what I want to call this book. I realized yesterday when I was working on this and looking at my publication timeline for 2024, I realized that the fantasy series, both of them that I'm writing, their titles are going to be similar-ish. And so I was having to do some keyword work and really identify how they would be separate and make that more intentional. And so I think that solidified not just the title for this book, but I think it also solidified the title for that book. So I'm really excited. We're only like halfway into the year and I'm already planning for 2024. And I'm so excited about that plan that I really want to start releasing the timeline for that. But I can't because I'm still working on my fall releases. I did send the final payment to my illustrator for Winter Witches, and I'm doing that cover myself, but I'm using artwork from an illustrator. She's making character designs. So I'm really excited. I've already released the mock-up with the rough sketches of that on Patreon. So if you are a Patreon member, you can go and see that now. The whole cover, basically, what it'll essentially end up looking like. That was really fun. You can also read that entire draft for free when you subscribe to Patreon. The book's there. It is slightly different now. But the main plot is exactly the same. There are just some small details I've adjusted throughout. But holy crap, I'm just floored by how much I've been able to get done, even in just in June. Gosh, July is Camp NaNoWriMo. I don't know about any of you guys. Is anyone doing anything for Camp NaNoWriMo? Rita said, I downloaded it yesterday. Cannot wait to read it next. Thank you so much, Rita. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure to leave me a review when you do. Camp NaNoWriMo July, for me, is just going to be finishing Angel's book. Goals would be to completely finish this draft in the month of July. I also need to finalize editing and cover design for Winter Witches in July. And I need to start working with my editor for Mistress of Shadows because both of those books come out in the fall. But I would love if I could finish writing Angel's book in July. That way I could spend the fall doing the publication process, working with my editor so that I could have it available early in 2024. I would love for it to be an early spring release, not a later spring release. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible or not, but that would be the dream. So we'll see. That is my goal for Camp NaNoWriMo July, is to finish this book. Rita said, I am revising one of my projects. It is a young adult fantasy. Young adult just is where most of that just seems to be where I write best. I like young adult, although Angel's book is a little more new adult. It does get a little steamier, and I have never written anything quite that steamy. So I'm kind of excited to explore it more. I think that it'll be really fun to grow up the story a little. Again, Angel's book, you can read completely separate from Guardians of the Sixth Gate, that trilogy. There are just some like Easter eggs throughout the trilogy because he does make an appearance in there, but you don't need to read his part in that to read his book. So they are separate series for sure. They're just a little interconnected in that sense. But young adult seems to be the sweet spot for me. All right. I think let's come over here. Share screen. If it is okay with all of you, I think for our first sprint of the day, I think that I'm going to go with a 25-minute sprint. Usually in our scheduled Sunday night sprints, we do 20 minutes, 3 sessions. We do three sprints. Each are 20 minutes. I think since today I have the whole afternoon and we can kind of work as we need to, I think I'm going to start with 25 minutes. Originally I wanted to do 30, but I think maybe just 25 minutes to settle in and really get going. I have some things I need to wrap up first. I wasn't completely set up before we got started. I think I also should go get water. I have not had enough water today, especially considering the heat index thing. So I need to wrap up a few of those things before I settle in. So I think we are going to start with a 25-minute sprint. So 25 minutes up on our clock, which is over here. Oh my gosh. 3, 2, 1, sprint. All right. So I got to 16,994 words. So I did get a little bit of writing done after I finished up some things. It just got strangely dark outside. I'm in front of a really big window. And I don't know. I think maybe it just the sun switched positions. I don't know. Hello, Dreaming Truth author. Sorry, you're not late at all. This is a pop-up. I didn't know who would be here. 138 words in the last 5 minutes. Woo! Dang, for 5 minutes? That's pretty good. Wow. How many? Let me look again at what I was starting at. 16. Ooh, so I got 311 in for the whole first sprint. I did have to finish up some things. So I'm pretty happy with where I got. I'm getting ready to write a pretty cute date scene. That's fun. Rita H says, I am beta reading and I may finish this book this week. Is that what you mean? That's exciting. I haven't beta read for anybody in a while. Yes, just finished. Okay, may just finish this book this week. That's great. I don't know the last time I beta read for somebody. Holy moly. I usually am so bogged down and busy editing my own work or working on my own projects that I don't want to confuse them with somebody else's, or I don't want to worry about stressing on finishing something by their due date either. So I don't know. Haven't beta read in a long time. Yeah, but that's exciting. There are 3 of us here. Happy to see you guys. Let's see. So for sprint number 2, I'll be at 16,994 words. Feeling pretty good. The only thing I didn't do that I said I was going to was get water. I had an extra cup of coffee today. That's what this is. It is now like 3:00, so I should probably switch from coffee to water. I probably should eat a snack also. I did not have a very big lunch, so that might be what I start with for our second sprint. Rita said, this is my first official beta read. I critiqued for a few creative writing classes years ago. I missed the due date, but still working on it. Woo! That's fun. I remember my creative writing classes from college very vividly. I can remember not just my stories, but the stories we read. I can remember some of my classmates' short stories. I loved those classes. I think I took every single creative writing class that I could, just to take it even. It was not my major, but I could have added it. I could have like double majored. I easily could have had a creative writing minor. Loved those classes. They taught me a lot. Just through the act of doing. I really and truly, I mean, you can read and study English, you can read as many books as you want, and you can read about the craft all you want. But I think to get better, you really do have to just do it and do a lot of it and experiment, especially to find your voice in your own work. I think that you just have to attempt it. So critique partners are like your best friend. They really are like the best way to get better at writing is just by workshopping your work. I miss those kinds of classes. I've thought about joining a couple groups in my area. There's a local writing club that I've thought about joining. Most of the people in it write very different genres than I do, though. So I don't know that it's really the group for me. Don't know how helpful it would be, but I would love to do that. Maybe I can find an online group. Could do that. Today has been so nice. It's been very busy. I've definitely used all of my free time, but I'm glad that it's just me around the house because things went a lot quicker. I was able to do a whole lot more with a short amount of time. because I didn't have Finn running around asking for snacks mostly every couple of minutes. That's most of what my day consists of, is getting started on a task and then getting interrupted. He is with my parents today. I think that he will spend at least one day a week with them from now on during the day, just to keep up like a routine. Rita said the classes I took, I was the only one who wrote fantasy. Yep. See, the group that is in the same town as me, that's closest to me, everyone is quite a bit older. They're all retired, and most of them write, they don't write genre like that. So I don't know if I'm the best fit for that group. But I bet there's a group somewhere online, or maybe there's another one in town I don't know about. I don't know. Maybe I could start one. That would also be fun. All right. So I think, where's that? My tickers down here don't match since we're doing a pop-up. Maybe I need to get some new tickers. So we are going to do the second sprint. Do we want to do another 25 minutes, or do we want to change up the time? Do we want to go longer? Do we want to try for a 30-minute sprint this time? 30 minutes sounds kind of nice. What do you guys think? I'm just going to finish my coffee here. Okay. Let's go 30 minutes. Why not? Whoopsie. Didn't mean to restart that. We'll do a 30-minute sprint. 25 or 30 is both good for me. Okay, let's go with 30 minutes. That'll give me time to eat my snack, get back into it. Sounds pretty good. All right. So 30 minutes on the clock for sprint number 2 of the pop-up live stream. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Alrighty. I wrote quite a few more words this sprint. I wrote 481 in sprint number 2. That puts me at 792 so far for the stream. So pretty good. Dreaming Truth Author says 194 words written. How are we all doing? Whew. It is 3:15. We are probably going to go for another sprint or two. I would say I had to take a minute to go walk with June in the backyard. She wanted to go OUT, and it is steamy out there. So I'm really glad that I stopped to get water. Holy moly. I need to be drinking a lot more water. I'm probably a little more dehydrated than normal, and it's too hot for that. Woo. Anyway, everything's going pretty well. At some point, in probably this next sprint, I'm gonna have to hit pause and update my vlog for the week. I filmed everything and I just have forgotten to import it to the vlog, so I need to do that before I forget. I try to keep up to date every day with that footage. I only film maybe like a clip or two a day, but if I don't get them put into place within the same day, I tend to get a little lost with where the footage goes, or it ends up taking me a whole lot longer to edit it at all. So I need to do that, I think, in this next sprint. But other than that and writing, I really don't have much to do the rest of the day, which is really exciting. Maybe a little bit of plotting for my next book after this one. I'm trying not to bite off too much. I think I'm already doing maybe more projects than I should be, but because I have the 2 fall releases, so I'm editing 2 books or working on that towards publication, and then I'm writing this one. I really don't need anything else in the mix. So we will see. I also need to film at some point my Camp NaNoWriMo announcement. Woo, I need to film that. I thought about that after we talked about our projects before the last sprint, because I mentioned that I'll just be finishing, hopefully, Angel's book in July for Camp NaNoWriMo, but I want to film a video for that because I really like those announcement videos. I think it's fun to see what everyone else is working on, but also because I am working on so many projects that I think when I talk about them in the vlog, especially, they're getting a little muddled together. And I think I could clear that up a lot in the announcement video for NaNoWriMo. Maybe. I don't know. So let's see. I'm going to start at 17,475 words. I really think that 30-minute sprint was like the perfect amount of time. I wish I could do 3 30-minute sprints for our Sunday live streams, but I just don't think that. I think it would make them too long. I think I would be up too late for me anyway before a work day, but for these pop-ups, that was really, really nice. So I think that we'll do another 30-minute for sprint number 3, see where we get to, and I don't know, maybe we can do a short one before we have to wrap up by 4. I do need to wrap up at least at 4 because I need to go and pick up Finn and do dinner stuff. So I can't work too much longer past 4 o'clock. I don't know. So maybe we'll do 30 minutes and then like a real short one just to wrap up some loose ends. Let's see. Ooh, I also tonight, when I get back for dinner, I need to watch through tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video that's going up is how I manage my anxiety and ADHD. That was a fun one to shoot. But I haven't proofed it yet. I haven't looked through the whole video. I've just put all the pieces together and edited it. Now I need to watch the final cut. So I need to do that while I make probably while I make dinner. That's usually when I review all of that footage, is when I'm working on dinner or cleaning. That way I can kind of do two things at once. Multitasking is my best friend. It's the way I do most things anymore, is try to manage two or three things at once. Holy moly, something just fell down in the backyard. Yeesh. Well, the sun has returned. I am glad for that, even though it's so hot. Okay. Let's go ahead and move into the third sprint, because I was really in like a good space. I'm going to come over here to the comments like I have been. I kind of like doing that. So I am starting sprint number 3 at 17,475 words. Yay! And we're going to do another 30 minutes if that's okay with everybody. I really liked that time frame. I think it was nice for me anyway. I liked it. So 30 minutes. I have that queued up. There's our timer. How do I do this? This way. 30 minutes on the clock. All right. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Oh, whoopsie. I about dropped that. Okay, I had a little bit of a harder time writing that sprint, probably just because I knew that I'd have to wrap up pretty soon. So let me see. I have to tally real quick. Wow, I did okay. Well, how did everybody else do? Hopefully you guys did better than me. I guess I split the difference between all the sprints. I wrote 397 words. So that's not so bad. Could be a lot worse. I do think that is going to be our final sprint because now I'm looking at the time and I realized that's why I had a hard time writing. I realized during this last sprint that I had a couple more things than I thought to wrap up around the house before I have to go and grab Finn from my parents' house. Dreaming Truth author said no words written. That's perfectly fine. I'm just happy to have company. It's so much more fun to write with other people than it is to write completely by myself. I mean, I'm such a night owl. I do most of my writing late at night, and I do enjoy doing it that way. I like writing at night, and I do like writing alone like that late at night. There have been a lot of nights this week that Alex will go ahead and go to bed, and I'll stay up late. And that's when I've done some of my best writing, is when I'm completely alone like that. But during the day when I do these writing sessions, I'm finding that I have actually a bit of a harder time writing at all during the day. I do a lot of the business side during the day, and that seems to be the best time for that, but I have a harder time writing. So I wrote for the entire stream, I got 1,189 words written. So that's not bad for a session. I'm excited to see if I can get a lot more done tonight. I'm hoping so. I would really like to get like 1,000 a day at least. That would be nice. If I can get more than that, that'd be great too. But at least that much. So I'm feeling pretty good. Moving forward, I need to wrap up some stuff. So I'm going to have to leave you guys here. Thank you for watching. Again, I dropped it in the comments, but there is a link in the comments and also on my link tree right now. So if you click my bio on any of my social media, there's a link there to get a free ebook version of Guardians of the Sixth Gate through BookFunnel. That is only available for a short time, so go get that. Leave me a review. Make sure you tell me your thoughts on Goodreads and Amazon. Tell me what you think, because reviews really, really help authors have their books found by people that might enjoy them. So let me know what you think and get your free copy from there, because that will not be available too much longer. But I think that's it for now. I think that's where I'm going to leave you guys so I can go wrap up some of my other tasks, get ready to go pick up Finn, and yeah, I will see you guys probably on Sunday for the next live stream. So thanks for joining me, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.